When I left Ibelin, I thought everything would remain the same. I knew that one day my old man would pass on and everyone would look to me for answers. I just didn't know it would happen so quickly. The awesome responsibility of continuing our crusade fell on my shoulders. Throughout my childhood, I had some of the most esteemed warriors and scholars to teach me everything I needed to know. Zenobi, our steward, taught me about accounting and taxes. Gwyn gave me lessons on international affairs. Falco and Sophia Kaiser, they trained me from sunrise to sunset. I still have the scars to prove it. 7 years later, the missive came. We were to sail to Italy to crush a mad king called Bohemond the Devourer. In those godless lands, the king subjected his family and nobles to feast on human flesh, converting them into cannibals. On the island of Sicily, we rushed his army with the venerable Count Guy leading one more battle in the name of God. My skills were tested against their finest champion, Duke Julian, the infamous Blade Master. Our duel raged on for what felt like hours, until finally, I smote him where he stood. Though the crusade was a resounding success, there is word that the Adamites have begun to spread further west. In these coming days, we have to steady ourselves in faith and steel. But I am Balian. We will not fall.
Welcome back, everyone, to our campaign. Prince Balian of Ascalon is currently 33 years old. He has 4 children. There is a 5th on the way. I mean, look at his stat line. He's incredible at everything but intrigue. If you want him to lie, he'll just tell you all of his sins. He's prone to confession. Now, our wife over here, also our niece, a daughter of our queen, she's only 28. She could have many more children. And our queen is currently 59. She's got the pox, and somehow she's picked up a few more traits. I know where she's able to get the cynical trait, but compassionate? I have no idea. She's also lusty, shy, and just. She's a rather complex individual, and a wise woman. Ah, there we go. Now, I read through all of your many comments, and many of you are now in the game. If you provide advice and a character name, that increases your chance. So you'll see yourselves in battle, potentially winning or dying, who knows. But there was one commonality that I saw come up. You didn't tell me to go for Nimrod Castle over here, or for Masyaf over there. No, you told me to go for Antioch, that I should fight the assassins and retake Antioch, and so I'm going to do that in just a moment. You might be wondering too, where is all of my money? Where did it go? I do make a lot, and I'm only going to make more too, especially one day when I become king. Once we become king, I'm going to reorganize our lands a little bit. We've got many criminals here who I would be able to revoke titles from, and that's only going to benefit me. My spy master has been crucial in that regard. But my money went off to building new buildings, because once it's all done, we're going to make a lot more money. Now beyond that, I also put together a group of pikemen. I'm going to wait for them to finally rise up. We've got 5, but I can have up to 500. They're quite good when it comes to fighting in the mountains and hills too. They also do counter horsemen. I am worried about the enemy crossbows. I do want to try to fight the assassins alone one day, but until then, we've got a very powerful ally. Socotra, remember them? They're right down over here. A massive empire. Now, let's have a look. My daughter, Marie, is going to marry the child of their emperor. And so, we are allied. I've got other allies too, like Kiev Rus, and they've done so well. You can have a look at the map. There's been some heresy. Hopefully one day that'll go away. It might just be a fad. Oh, have a look at that too. The Byzantine Empire, they're also converting. Interesting, so we could unify the church again. The schism could be over. I am very much worried about the Mongol Empire. It's very likely they could conquer the Arabian Empire. But now, let's get ready for war after I get my men together. I like to imagine that whenever our prince is having dinner, Amaris comes over, she taps him on the shoulder and says, "My lord, I have news for you." He looks down, he sighs heavily and says, "What is it now?" And he finds out more about his peers, that he wishes he could unlearn. Some people like the drama, but imagine you find out every peer of yours is somehow corrupt, somehow wrong in their ways. Eventually, that might weigh on you a bit, especially if you're not prone to wanting drama in the first place. But here we have some. King Pedro of Portugal and the King of Sicily, well, they're lovers. One has a great mighty mustache, another is bearded now. Well, you look a bit different. Now I know. Let's also have a look over here. I've got a new perk, nice. Now I could pick up Engineered for Destruction. My siege weapons would become a bit more effective. We've got Organized March, okay. Now, have I gone over what a screen stat does? If not, let's have a look over here real quick. A defeated army reduces the amount of casualties they take in the aftermath of a battle by their army's combined screen value. It's a great way to survive, but we're not here to only survive, we're here to win, which means we need Parthian tactics. My skirmishers would deal more damage. My light and heavy horsemen, they would be tougher too. Let's take it, as I would like to eradicate my enemies whenever possible. Now I'm gonna hold on for just a little bit, because I'm still waiting for a few more pikemen. But pretty soon, they're all gonna be ready. Then we'll go after our enemies. Oh, they're gonna pay for everything. They are. Godfrey, you want to ally. Your father gave you land. Huh. Okay, young man, sure. We can play allies. He's like, no, I'm serious, you will help me in a war. And I go, oh, okay. All right, kid. Oh, not a bad thing at all. Well, I'm now allied to my nephew. And Count Jill died. He had a contract with me that said I couldn't fire him from my council. But now Sophia is going to be able to serve over here. She has a skill of 31. That's incredibly high. We're still waiting for our pikemen to get together. I've got 255, but I need so many more. We were pretty zoomed in, weren't we? Now let's have a look over here too. I also picked up a new perk point. I've got Parthian tactics. Have a look at that. More toughness and pursuit. And also down over here, more damage from my skirmishers. Let's have a look over at Organized March. We know about movement speed, but I realize I probably never have gone over what screen is. A defeated army reduces the amount of casualties they take in the aftermath of a battle by their army's combined screen value. It's a good way to survive. Then over here, we of course have siege weapon effectiveness. Naval speed is okay. I don't need it, but it's nice to have too. While we still wait on, let's see what might happen. We look around the map too, man, things have been busy. The Mongol Empire is a huge threat, and I wonder who they're fighting now. Please do not be the Byzantine Empire. Alright, things are okay. Maria, you've come of age, you've got a level 3 education, which is really not bad. Over at level 4, she would have a +8 to stewardship, and 10% more lifestyle experience, so really, it's not bad. And who's over here? Hold on. Sophia, you want to marry my nephew in a matrilineal marriage. Sure, I don't know your deal, I don't know why, but if you want to, not a problem at all. Now, as a reminder, we have many reasons to go after the assassins over here, but I have another one. They killed my sister. I don't know when, I don't know how, but they did it. Okay, now I know when. That was, wow, last June. Okay, she was only 44. I don't know why they killed her, but they did. So now, I'm really angry, and we're gonna take care of them. You two were married. Right. But you're way over there, so why did they come after you? Doesn't matter, I'm gonna have revenge. What they did will only be forgiven once they're all gone. And I'm gonna take Antioch. I did pick up noble veins over here, that way my family members would have a higher chance of having more positive, good, congenital traits. Now, how many pikemen do we have? 455. We are very nearly there. Once we are, we go to war. A new knight, she's a fornicator, no, be gone. And a new secret. You know so much about everyone. Well, I'm not worried about them. We're also making a bit more money too, which is nice. I do pay money to my leader, but that is really not an issue. Sophia, you are now done. But are you really done? No. Come over here to my capital. I should probably get her to focus on our high value areas first, because we want to make more money. We don't want penalties in places like Evelyn. Oh yeah, look at that. It's killing my taxes. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. Usually I just kind of increase control all over, but now I've got a different choice to make. 151 gold. I could get even more gold. If I want to hire mercenaries, then I could. I do have a lot of piety, so let's take it up. And our war is now going to begin. He's infirm. If we could beat him before he dies, then he dies afterwards, well, that would be a good thing. Unfortunately, the Grandmaster, even though he's feeling poor in health, he's going to be around. I can feel it. I've got my claim, but I want a duchy claim for Antioch. There's our holy war. One day we'll fight them on our own, but for now, let's call in our many allies. 750 prestige. I might as well call it in. There. You're only a prince, young child. Kiev Rus, I could call you in too. How much is it? 350, not bad. I'll take that too. Now we're gonna get our armies together, and we'll also pick up a new holy order. Let's say, let's have a look now. Knights Templar. We would have more knights over here. That would work quite well. They probably will counter my very many order knights due to their crossbows. They've got like 1,200 of them. Yeah, why don't we pick up the Knights Templar? Well, thankfully, the Pope has approved my request for my holy allowance. I said, thank you, Divine Dad, I appreciate that. He's even mentioning my war against the Grandmaster Peraz. Wonderful, though he's still mad about it. He's like, God bless you, here you go. 20 opinion of me gone. I shall regain that in time. Now, let's bring up our armies. Our allies are now coming in. I need one more. Perfect. Let's get them all together. I've also got to bring in the Knights Templar. Right over here. Templars fighting assassins? Yeah, sounds familiar. I like that. You know what? I actually want our dear friend Balian to lead our main army. Sophia, I want you to come over here to lead our Templar. Good. Now, if I need mercenaries, I'll be able to hire them, but because of my allies, I think we'll be okay. Okay, Sophia, why don't you move right over there? I don't want her to besiege, I want her army to be at full power. There, I've got all of my knights, I've got my everything, really. Let's come over here to Antioch. We're going to besiege. Now, the reason why I want her to not besiege, one, she doesn't have the tools for it. I've got mangonels over here, and I've got my military engineer trait. But also, you lose men due to attrition as you siege over time. And what now? The melancholy. I'm like, yep, I'm getting older. Got a few more grays. Very relatable, Balian. Very relatable. All right. Now, I wouldn't tell you to attack right away. If you've got the allies I do, don't attack right away, just wait for them to show up. But I'm doing what I feel like Balian would do, and here's why I don't want you to do that. I mean, if you want to, go do it, whatever. But have a look at how it's a little bit darker over here. We've got that fog of war. I can't see very far over to the east, meaning that they're probably going to pop out of nowhere, but I know where. But either way, they'll pop in and quickly attack me. Their numbers are probably pretty high. Oh yeah, 18,000 men. They're easily going to overwhelm me. That's why. If it wasn't for that and I could see clearly, then I wouldn't worry. Then I would be able to say, hey, I know you're coming. Let's go. Prince Henry, you had a small child killed? Okay. Well, that's why you're in prison. Well, there's many reasons, but that's one of your many crimes. Okay, I've got my army over here. We'll gain 67 loot, which is really good. That's really good. What now? Count Guy, we shall keep it diplomatic, you and I. I renamed him. He's named after his father. My nephew's back too. He's my physician who's married to my spy master. Ah, very good. Well, have a look at that. A messenger rushes into my tent, informing me that the white drapes have tumbled over. What if they were actually just doing laundry and I misunderstood? Oh, that would be funny. All right, there. It is over now. Well, for that one area, for him. We're not done yet. Because I'm so outnumbered, let's come over here. I'm not worried about their castles. All I wanted to do was take one area. I'm losing a bit of money, but I've got plenty in savings. And Marie, you need a tutor. Okay. Let's see, you're all about intrigue. Oh, please don't learn from her horrible ways, but she's so good at what she does. So, go on then. We've got a few people over here, but are they any good? Like, do we have any good champions? I don't really know. His learning is really good. Interesting. What about you? No, you're horrible. I hate you for it. No, I don't hate you. Interesting, too. A family member of Altair. Okay. I can't bring you into my court, but if I could, I would. Yeah, I'll leave all of them in prison. They're not leaving. A few might die in my prison, but that's okay. My wife is again pregnant. We are very busy. When I'm not crusading, well, I'm always crusading, but for different things. Sometimes for God's own country, other times for the bed sheets. Who are lovers over here? Oh, I don't care. I know. They're all banging over in Sicily, evidently. Yep, there they are. Called it. Okay, for a new perk, I think what I'll do, I'm gonna pick up envelopment. Men-at-Arms counter efficiency up by 25%. Let's have a little read over here because again, every so often in my series, I like to go over some gameplay mechanics in case you don't know what these things do. I do, but I can't just assume that everyone does. So if you know, sit back for just a moment here. But most men-at-arms are able to counter another type of men-at-arms. When a regiment is countered, its effectiveness during a battle is decreased. The more a regiment is outnumbered by its counter, the higher the penalty. We need to become stronger. Let's do it right now. Done. Okay, let's have a look over here. We're still waiting. All is well. They are reticking Antioch, but I did capture many of their friends, which is a good thing. We're not going to go for them just yet. My leader's not helping out. Let's wait for, I don't know, a few friends to arrive. I could hire mercenaries, but why not save my money for our people? That's a better call in my view. They are finally here. I've been waiting for a long time, but they made it. I love where they landed too. It shows you that direct route that we have to them through the Red Sea. Now, let's get ready. We're about to jump into the fray. It's going to be a bloody one, but I've got the help I need. Let's wait for them to get a little bit closer. And also, we're losing a lot of money right now. There is a reason for that. Let me show you real quick. I was wondering myself, I've got a little mod that adds in various epidemics, which is a bad thing for me too. But we had one over here. We had the bubonic plague. I think it might be gone now. Let's check real quick. We can easily find out. Yeah, it's gone now, but we did have it for a brief period of time. Hopefully soon our money will go back up. Yeah, if you click that mode on one of your characters, your chancellor, it'll show you in white where there's an epidemic going on. Now, let's come over here. I thought that would be an interesting challenge. Thankfully, my family's largely okay. We've got many new buildings being built, and we're off to go fight again. I could combine what I have, but I think we'll be okay. Let's fight them in one major battle right over here. Oh. Sophia took command. Now, that's really good. Have a look at her traits. Unyielding Defender for one. Shield Wall Master for more fatal casualties and more attacker advantage. And over here, Aggressive Attacker, more enemy fatal casualties. But because we are defending, we've got Unyielding Defender. So our fatal casualties will go down. We need more soldiers. We have another daughter. That's a lovely name. I'm busy. I love you, my dear wife, but I'm busy. And here's another scheme. Eric, you've been around for a long time, a child of Katerina and Nizam, who is still alive. What a great fellow. He served my father many years ago. Everyone, get over here. Maria, my niece, is one aspiring blade master. We have one now only because of our numbers. Our casualties are equitable. Let's have a look at what they have real quick. 1,200 archers, and more importantly, 1,500 crossbowmen. Look at that damage. No wonder they're so tough. That's incredible. 93.6 damage. That's crazy to me. They counter so many of my regiments, but thankfully, again, we had proper allies. That's why I couldn't beat them before. But now, we've got our good opportunity. Let's go besiege. Let's go fight. We shall take everything. I lost 1,780 men total. You've got like routed casualties and then actual casualties, people who die. So 526 fame, or are wounded and can no longer fight. 263 devotion. Our war score goes up too. My knights killed 3,009 men. My knights are so much better. Duncan killed 269, Pedro 215, Sophia, who is currently, how old? 60, killed over 200 people. Imagine your battle grandma going, would you like some cookies? They're made with the blood of my enemies. Abdul, you took out 2 of them. Well, good for you. You are a good Nestorian fighter, so you're not one of my own. That's fine and fair. Yeah, you took out 2 of them. Nice work. They lost 7,339 men. Get destroyed, you fools. I might not always have alliances, but for now, I do. That holy war is over. Kiev Rus should hopefully help out more. They'll be back, don't worry about it. But for now, we're going to be able to hold on. They are coming back, I had a feeling. Can we move away in time? No, we cannot. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to march on over. I've got to. I'll go around. That way we won't have any attrition. Like that. Okay. My allies are going to move in too. There they are. Count Guy. He likes me more. The battle is going on. We are outnumbered, so we're heading in. Hey, you better head in right now. She's in trouble. Make it. Come on. We made it just in time. We barely made it in time. We beat them, but they're still so strong, so I know better than to underestimate them. One of our council advisors, he was killed in battle by Master Akbar. Akbar is a child of Altair, so you were killed by a very mighty man. He was only 22. He came over here to serve. A Roman. A self-described Roman. Thank you for your service, my friend. Unfortunately, you're gone now, but you fought well. 2,498. They call it a slaughter, but that was a close battle. Again, we had the numbers, but the quality of their regiments, they also outnumber my regiments. I have like, what? A few hundred? They've got thousands on their side. Okay, I did lose 1 knight, unfortunately. They had 12 knights. Akbar is over here. He's called the Immortal. He's very good at intrigue. Yeah, see that? A child of Altair. He's not the primary son, but he's the warrior. And he's killed how many now? He's killed many people in battle. He's unable to marry. Well, that's good for him. We'll have to watch out then. All right. We've got a few people who've been hurt. At least Pedro was. I can't believe he's gone. He was only 22 and a good fighter. So, who's getting married? Various people in my court. We've got Maria from House Gwyn. You're gonna marry a child of Sophia and also Falco. That'll work. Who's over here? House Gwyn again. And my own house. You're going to marry my niece. Good. One more. Over here, Suleiman. Oh, you're in my court. Okay. You're a decent warrior. Your intrigue is not great. So, you're related to their line by your mother, who is a daughter of Altair. And you fight for me. Well, be married. Have a good time. Thank you for being here. Who else do we have, by the way? No one really. I've got my prisoners, but we got them. Now, let's stay a little bit closer. I'm going to take what's over here, but let's stay close by. The casualties have been immense. Though we have won so far, they're bound to be back. They are besieging and taking over land. Eventually, we are going to win. 7,000 men close by. Let's move in together. I've got the overall supplies to be okay. Together. Okay, we got them there. We could go chase them down. Let's combine. but we haven't gotten to duel yet, so let's go do that too. Oh, they got them over here. Hold on, let's go. It was a very easy battle. They've got a captain who's got 27 for martial skill. Our leader, the Emperor. Oh, the great silent one. He just nods and people die. What a champion. Okay, go take care of them. Unfortunately, they might be able to take it. Oh no, they didn't. Good, they did leave. After taking it, shoot! I was hoping they didn't do it, but then I saw that. That's okay. Let's wait over here and just retake Tortosa. The overall defenses over here are fairly grim. Alright, they beat them. They didn't need my help, which is fine. Let's come over here now and just take over more lands. I'm losing some money, but I've got a major army. Oh, we won. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna take Organized March. That way we can move a bit faster. Screen. A defeated army reduces the amount of casualties they take in the aftermath of a battle by their army's combined screen value. Right. I've got to remember that. Sometimes I forget. Oh, unfortunately, you've got a title, and you want to be on my council. I'll take care of that. He's a young man. I'll change his contract. I should be able to. It won't be much of an issue. But the war is now over. It took 2 years of fighting, a lot of blood. One good knight died. Many good levies died too, but we won. Perot's is still alive. And it's over now. We beat them. Wonderful. Disband all. Let's get everyone home. I now have more territory. I'll give it to Falco or someone. Oh yeah, they got them. Who died over here? A sergeant. That was crazy. We beat a lot of them. The war is now over. And I own too much. A new principality? Sure, I'll take it. There's more prestige for me. 30 gold? You know what? I'll take 30 gold. You're not a cannibal. I can let you go. Who's over here now? A few people. Wait, why are you in prison? Were you fighting for them? Huh. Young child, be gone. Yeah, get out of here, okay? It's gonna be alright. Here's another family member. Yeah, don't worry about it. As for you, you serve me. The prince over here, he doesn't get to go. The rest of you, I could let all of you go. You've got good stewardship. The rest of you are just not very good, but I don't want these people dying in my dungeons. I'm not all about that life. Some people are, I'm not. I'll let them go. Be gone. Unless you're a cannibal, then yeah, you get to rot in my dungeons. Because you probably should. I gave lands over here to Falco. He's been quite loyal. But also because Sophia has a child from another marriage. That child will get her lands. Their child will get his lands over here. That way, no one is left out. Now, hold on. There's a little rebellion over here. You've been loyal to me, Francois. I've got to help you out. It would be wrong if I didn't. Also, have a look at my piety. We're about to obtain a new level of devotion. Once I have it, I'll be able to declare a war on a kingdom of another faith. That's really good. That means I can go after the Arabian Empire, or again, the order over here. I can only do it once during my lifetime, so I've got to choose carefully. Let's beat them. Thank you, Sophia. It's over now. They have been defeated. But you are very talented, young man. And I want to have you fight for me. You've got to, I think. Hold on, let's wait a moment. He's in my prison. There we go. Come join me. He's part of our culture. He's got our religion. He made a poor choice, but now he's gonna fight for God. If he dies on the battlefield, well, his sins shall be forgiven. Now, young man, you need a tutor. Who shall it be? It's gonna be Stephanie, who's quite good, but I prefer Gwen. I like Gwen more. Let her teach you. And Prince Henry, you're gonna be here for a while. You haven't died yet because... Oh, I see. You're actually quite hardy. Is it from all the flesh you ate? Yeah, maybe. Let's come back over here to my pinned characters. I found out that a nephew of mine died, unfortunately. His mother has gotten a bit ambitious, and she invaded the Byzantine Empire, but her child was killed in battle because of her hubris. She did win, but it came at a great cost. So you killed him. You killed my family member. You were only defending your lands. And he's a despot. Hey, good for you. Holy crap. You beheaded 2 people. You've had a lot of rebellions back in your lands. You probably haven't ruled for a long time. Now, Salman Bahari is a seasoned blade master. He's even better. He's becoming better. And I'm gonna watch over that Grand Master because I do want to kill him. What's happening over here? Wait. He just died. Haha. I looked at him and he said, "No, too much. You're too holy." You're right. I am too holy. Okay. We could go after the duchy over here. Right. He doesn't have a kingdom that I want, so we might as well do that. But it's time for another war. What bad luck for them. I could try to fight them alone. If they call in too many people, like another holy order, I'll be in trouble. I'll think about it. I could call in some manner of minor ally. Yeah, sure. Get over here. They're close by. And for you, 350, I'll take it. I've got my friends. Prince Godfrey, you could help out, but no, I don't want you to help out. I want you to survive. You're from my line. Just don't die, okay? And we'll be okay. I could go on a hunt, but I can't do it now because I should lead my army into battle. I've become a much better commander. Our allies are now joining, and we've got our Knights Templar. I'm running out of piety, so I've got to be careful in the future. If you patron some manner of order, you could call upon them for free, but I haven't done that just yet. Now, let's go into battle right over here. Maybe we could beat them outright, I don't know. Wait, a niece of mine was killed, but by who? You were killed during a siege. Your father died. He was only 44, he died 2 years ago. My sister died right from the assassins and you were killed in a siege. So you were unable to protect her. Oh no. What's happening over here? Is the war over? No, you're fighting one right now. They're fighting against your tyranny. I'm losing too much of my family. Even 1 or 2 members for me is too much. I love my family. They've been great. We haven't had too many issues with my kin at all. Okay. Now, we're not going to ransom anyone. I could call upon the Pope to give me more money later on. I've got plenty of allies. So let's just wait. Let's hold on. I'm taking over a lot from them because I do not want them to have power over here. And what now? I don't want to be spiteful. That isn't for me. And here's a new perk again. Engineered for destruction. That way we'll be able to besiege a little bit faster. Great. And here's another scheme. Let the traitor be known to all. And here's reprisal. Oh no. I gave him a piece of my mind. What a bad event. I did lose what? 150 for prestige. What a shame. At least if I'm reading that right. Okay, let's come over here. You know they like to take their time to get to me, which is okay. We just need to keep our supplies up. And I've got some allies who can help me out. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay. Let's get everyone together over here real quick. We'll unite. Who are they going to go after? I don't know, but we did take over. Okay. I'll take command again because I want to duel. It's been a while and I want to duel. I like to. All right. Pope, you know what I want. He's like, okay, let me get my pocketbook out. I don't have to fight them over here, but I've chosen to. Because I'm a madman. Akbar. We could fight him. He's very good. We've got to, I think. Let's get him. Strike, parry, riposte. A child of Altair. Well, I'm a child of Balian. Here's my blade dance. Oh, it's beautiful, I know. Another strike and parry. And hold on, we're not done. I have won. I would love to capture him. Iman Barranco, another counselor, was killed. Akbar killed him. Man, what a brutal warrior. I was hoping that we would be able to get him. Did he die? I don't know. We'll find out in a moment. But thankfully, we did win. There he is, shouts a voice from over my shoulder. It's Prince Balian, says someone else from another direction. Where are they coming from? I think to myself, whilst continuously fighting off more and more foes. After a prolonged period of combat, my nearby soldiers desperately try to protect me, but as their numbers dwindle, I begin to take hits from the larger quantity of enemies. As the last of my personal guard falls dead on the floor, I look up to see myself surrounded and separated by a short distance from the rest of my army. They have me 10-1. I like those odds. In a sudden rush, my assailants push me at the same time, blades and maces ready for attack, but all equally unprepared for my own. As a sword dashes in front of me, poised at my abdomen, I slash the hand holding the blade off, and in the following upswing from the same unhanding strike, I send my blade into the hand's owner's throat. Parrying another strike with my sword, I dodge under it and collect the blade grasped by the severed hand from the ground and use it to jab into the nearest attacker's eye. I turn to see many other enemies slowly approaching me. But with a short deal of time and 2 swords at the ready, the 10 or so foes soon lay as mudded corpses around me. I wipe the blood from my own blade and leave the other lodged in its original owner's chest. Who's next? And so Balian has won. We did it. The Battle of Tal Hamid. I am known for my dedication to my faith. Baranko, I have avenged you, I hope. We lost 2 knights. They killed 1,438 men. And again, you can see what their boys over here are able to do. The reason why they do so well is because they have 1,200 crossbowmen. It's not just about how many kills they get, but they reduce my damage. Look at how much they counter. Almost anything I bring over here, they take out. So I would need a counter to archers, but even then, they would still harm me a lot. Let's have a look. Duncan, you killed 129. Pedro, 107. Richard, 97. Sophia, 84. Altair, you were captured. Okay, I like that. Baron, you were killed by Master Karush. And we beat so many. Akbar got away. 37 prowess. He's a blade master. He's very strong. Okay, they have been defeated for a time. Let's divide up. Let's come over here and besiege. And also, gather more supplies. We have won so far, but the battle has not yet been won. I'm busy right now, thank you. It happened, hold on. Another nephew killed, but I am now king. The queen has died. Okay. I've got to reorganize our lands in just a moment. In the middle of a war, my half-sister passed on. So you were killed in battle. I need to get your family over here. Is there a good way for me to invite them over? You won't join me. Now I'm a patron of the Knights Templar, so they'll be free for me to call upon them. You were killed by a Greek man. That poor line. They're not doing nearly as well. Okay. Let's come over here. My boy, you shall one day become king. He's currently 15. He'll be of age very soon. Let's hire some people. I can also get rid of a few people too. Gwen, you know what you need. Over here, Count Guy. You're actually quite good. But hold on, Falco, you're a leader. A major leader at that. I'll have to give away a few duchies too, which is going to be a great way for me to gain more power. There we go. Sophia's my marshal. Now for a spy master. You know who it's going to be. Done. Goodbye to you. And everyone loves me, more or less. But let's have a look before we do anything at all. A new court chaplain. But I like Richard. I don't know that guy. Who's Thomas? Thomas who? They're down over here besieging. We'll go after them in just a moment. Let's have a look at everything. I've got by far too many duchies. Thankfully, that kingdom was not created, so it didn't pass on to someone else. I've got those lands, and I'll give them away in just a little while. Hold on, young man. You need a teacher. That shall be me, I suppose. Keep your culture, I don't mind. Now, have a look at our new capital. It's going to be our new capital. We can't see our income yet. There's a transition, and so we're losing out on income briefly, but I've got Jerusalem now. I have organized my lands over here. Let's have a brief look at who has a title now. We've got Falco, who's become a prince of Antioch. Sophia, a princess of Galilee. Zenobi's in charge of Cyprus. Salman is in charge of Tripoli, right down over here. And now, we'll have to get a few more hooks and potentially blackmail a few other counts and countesses who I want to get rid of. At the moment, though, let's get our armies together. We're going to unite, then go after our enemies. Oh, interesting. In honor of the traditions of your house and your predecessor, your vassals have traveled across the land to affirm their loyalty with an oath of fealty. Okay. Very much doable. I've got a strong hook on one fellow. He's only a mayor, but hey, I've got it. Now, Marie, who are you married to, by the way? Herbert, that's right. I'll find someone new for you, don't worry. You'll be on my court. You'll be safe here. We need to beat them before they're able to take over any lands and capture or kill people that we know. They're very dangerous. Akbar is a nightmare to fight. We've got to get rid of him. Oh, here's another army. Hold on. It's only levies. Let's go beat them. We can easily and quickly do it. By the way, I'm going to take command because I feel like I should duel. Oh, yeah. They're all gone now. My glory is widely known. Over 500 prestige, 254 for piety. Duncan, Pedro, Richard, all of them, they killed so many. Let's go down now and beat them in a major battle. There we go. The Battle of Tortosa. We've been fighting the assassins for a while, but we've had to. Akbar! I've got to beat him again. And so we meet again. Strike, parry, riposte. Here's my blade dance. Another attack. Here's my confident attack. Yeah. I've won. I am victorious again. He's been wounded. I could kill him. That's true. You know what? If he gets away, so be it. I do not feel as though my right is to kill him. You have a child too. Interesting. A Borgigan? Really? So you've got a lover from the Horde. I can't believe it. Yeah, have a look at that. A bastard child. Huh. I'm not gonna kill him. Even if he gravely wounded me. We have fought too long and too much. Join me for now. Thankfully, he's in my prison. I might not be able to let him go. I'll think about it. I'll see. Leo, you were maimed. And what now? Cert, I could tell you to go fix what's happening over here. You know what? Go do it. I'm an organizer now. I did want a new trait, and now I've got it. Look at that. 25% more movement speed, and our retreat losses go down by 20%. Very impressive. Good job. I've learned a lot. And we beat them. Another dead Baron. What a shame. We lost over 600 men. They lost over 2,100 men. Awesome, man. Awesome. Okay. We're not going to submit to the Great Khan. Are you kidding me? Wait, hold on. Who's over here? If you need help, I'll help you out. I don't know if he's going to win or not, but hopefully that'll be the case. Well, I've got to disband. I might need to actually do that, then come back later to help him out. We'll see in just a bit, though. All right. Let's go besiege again. I was hoping that maybe the war would be over by now, but it's not. So we've got to go. Oh yeah, he's not winning. I could give him some money, I suppose. I'll do that. Here's your money. Hire some mercenaries, okay? Go do that instead. Yeah, hopefully he'll hire a few. My wife is not pregnant, and I didn't notice, but we've got another battle happening over here, and I've got to fight once more. I could try to sweep, sure, but there's a guaranteed win if I go after them. I might gain Blade Master skills. Okay, let's go. That's too high of a chance to be severely injured. You've got 19 prowess, you're very strong. Let's beat him. I could tire him out. Alright, strike, parry, riposte again. I'll try to disarm him. It worked out. All right, his prowess went down. Here's my strike, and I won again. Ha. All right, let's have a look at that battle. We're winning. Oh yeah, Sophia, you got him. Nice work. Ha. Goodbye anyway. Akbar got away. Man, what an antagonist. It's incredible, our relationship. I was hoping to maybe, I don't know, recruit him if I could. He's a member of an order, so maybe not, but I have no idea. What's over here now? Oh, right. As the Battle of the Mosque rages on, I find myself drawn into the fight more than usual. Picking my fights, I managed to slay a few of the enemy footmen, with the protection of my guardsmen and the Baron Isidoros. For a moment, I feel indestructible, cutting through waves of foes with my soldiers like a squad of elite warriors. Then it happens. "My lord!" shouts a familiar voice as they dive in front of me and take a fatal blow destined for my chest. The blow came from my enemy, Humayun, who wrenches their blade from the lifeless, bloody body of the Baron and paces towards me with deathly intent. "You will pay for that." All right. As he charges at me, I take a step back, blade at the ready. Swinging his blade violently at my chest, I block it perfectly and jab him in the shoulder of his sword arm. Whilst he wails in pain, unable to swing back, I draw my blade to the side and swing it through the base of his neck. Humayun's head tumbles onto the floor before me, eyes and mouth still frantically moving. I stop momentarily to usher a prayer for Baron Isidoros, but no, now is not the time for grief. I return to the battle, shaken but alive. And there's my prestige. It's been a very dramatic day. Master KOH, I have you now. Let's have a look over here. I've lost over 500 men. I've gained a lot of fame and devotion. The war rages on. Sophia, I did hurt him, but you got the kill anyway. Good, good. I'm not counting. I'm counting a little bit. Okay, let's go back into whatever we're doing. Just need to besiege. Who's getting married? Oleg and my niece. Wonderful. Wonderful, I say. All right. Finally, let's try to win the war. A battle for Tripoli, and I have a new perk too. Let's get hit and run. Sure. We'll deal more damage, we'll do much better in combat. My commander advantage is currently at 40. That's pretty good. Another master to fight. Well now, let's have our duel. KOH, you got away. Curse you. Strike again. Here's my blade dance. And we've won quickly and easily. He was gonna die anyway. I might as well put him into his grave now. Okay. The war is finally over. We've done it, everyone. I even have the Grand Master. He's not feeling great. I could torture him, but I'm just. I won't do it. Though I want to. He's killed many people. Alright, now that it's all over, I need to go help out my Duke, and I shall do that in just a moment. But, let's get what we deserve. Now I've got even more territory. I'm going to give it away to someone. I don't know who yet, but someone. They lost all but one soldier. The Baron of Tal Hamid, he died. We beat them. Look at that prestige, that piety. My renown is looking good. Eventually I'll be able to get a new household dynasty perk. I could host a feast if I wanted to. I would like to become a hunter, so we'll go on a hunt. I need to constantly do that. I have no factions trying to stop me. People love me, by the way. We could promote our culture. Let's do that. It'll take 5 years, but go do it. We need to convert people, which is what we're doing right now. That'll take 3 more years. We also need more control. Jerusalem, you're okay. Let's go work on these lands over here. It'll take 5 years. Let's do it. Wait, my wife is again pregnant. So we're bound to have another child. Again, I now lead 13,000 men total. Oh, men-at-arms, man. Looking good. Got a few special soldiers over here. Only a few left. Got my Templars for a holy war. And look at that income. My domain alone, 22.9. Vassal taxes, 10.3. Church holdings, 3.5. More importantly, let's have a look at Jerusalem over here. We've got the Dome of the Rock. 3 taxes for the holding. For the county, holding taxes goes up by 30%. More development growth. Let's move our capital over here. Even more money now. Perfect. Alright. I could focus on money, but you know me. It's all about the knights every day. Military academies. Let's do it. Alright, what else do we have? Yeah, that's my money for now. We have another special building over here. A grand temple. Nice. Eventually, I'll get rid of a few things over here for the orders. I don't want them to have towns right where I'm at. If they want to have them elsewhere, so be it, but not where I'm at. I can also create, what, 2 new kingdoms? I don't want more kingdoms right now. That would be a bad thing for me. Now, everyone, let me know what you think we should do. If we have a look at the map real quick. The Arabian Empire is still very much alive. They're fighting. The Mongol Empire could go after them or the Byzantine Empire. I don't know which one. But that young man, he doesn't like me. Socotra is still very much alive. The empire over here in India has a lot of power. 19,000 men, over 2,000 gold. They could take over. The Mongol Empire has over 100,000 men. Dear God. Orda the Tiger Borjigin, the Bloodfather Jochi, is currently 54, and he's not going to die anytime soon. Oh, I do fear him. His family has 83 living members. Who else do we have? The leader of Kiev Rus up here. The Holy Roman Empire, who's got some manner of civil war. England has been fighting non-stop, though they are currently winning their wars. 14,000 men. Portugal has moved into Africa. The Kong have grown too. They're actually connected to the Arabian Empire. Socotra hasn't grown too much, but they have taken over many more lands. Thankfully, they're on their own. They're in a great location to just stay alive. Our fellow ruler over here, our family member who's a queen, she's conquered 1 duchy. The Cannibal King, he's around too. So let me know what you think we should do, my dear advisors and counselors. We shall see in time what we'll be able to do. But have a look at what we've done. All that fighting, all that striving to become king, and here's what we own. Once we take over the 2 castles and over here, that little patch of land, I won't be worried about the assassins anymore. Altair. Oh, he's been maimed. He's feeling fine right now, but he's going to die soon. He's got a son named after him. His family has been rather interesting too. Let's have a look. Holy crap, dude. He's been a busy, busy bee. Alright, what about your other kids? Akbar has 1 daughter. I'm going to try to get her into my court. She would be great to have. I've got over here a knight of mine. Oh, that's really interesting. Huh. So you've got land over in my territory. Not a bad thing. You're going to have some power too one day. No, I'm going to give him some land. Having a family member from his line would not be a bad call to make. He's loyal to me. But thank you for watching, everyone. And as always, until then.